Back with part two of my coverage of the Academy Award nominations released today, this morning. Um, so again, I'm gonna skip the documentaries, the film editing, foreign language film because I haven't seen any of these films. So and I feel bad for me that I haven't seen any of these. Makeup. Hey, Brick Baker got a nomination for The Wolfman, so that's kind of cool. Um, Music. This is, as far as who's nominated, I'm not going to get into it, but the two films that I would say, definitely deserve the nominations are Inception. Hans Zimmer is, that's a great score. He's a great, he's a great composer, and I think that it's just it's a really really excellent score. The Social Network, Trent and Atticus, I think that's going to win. I'd be surprised if it didn't. And now we come to Best Picture. So of course, as you know, it's 10 films instead of 5. They did that. They started that last year because that's apparently how it originally was, and they want to get back to basics. To give people the thought that there are other films that are worthwhile. So we got Black Swan, we've got The Fighter, we've got Inception, we've got The Kids Are All Right, we've got The King's Speech, we've got 127 Hours, we've got The Social Network, we've got Toy Story 3, we've got True Grit, and we got Winter's Bone. So I mean, all in all, this is going to be a really fucked up year because really the only two contenders are The Social Network and The King's Speech. I have the kind of testicle shrinking feeling that this is going to go to The King's Speech because it seems now again. I have not seen it, okay, so I can't properly judge. But from everything that I've seen of it, it does not, it seems like an inspiring tale, and I'm sure it's very good, but it doesn't seem like it's deserving of all the accolades that it's getting. I mean, it's like. Well, I mean, I can't really remember a time when I felt that, there's really some, there's always that one film that seems to be kind of tacked on because it has that kind of, lovely feeling that Academy voters get when they go to see it, and they're like, oh, this film was so. It was moving, and it made me laugh, and it made me cry, and and that's what films are supposed. Films are supposed to move you. Films are supposed to inspire you, and there's nothing wrong with that. But this film, kind of reeks of, kind of a Merchant Ivory production, and I didn't, I thought that pretty much all of those films were boring as hell. So. But I think that The King's Speech is going to pull it away from The Social Network. I just don't. I don't know if Hollywood, if they'll give up that kind of, if they'll give that really the accolades that it deserves. As far as Best Director, that I mentioned before, I mean, I think that should be, I mean, I thought at least that Nolan should have been nominated, but he didn't win. And yes, that's my cat, Chloe, in the background. But that should be Fincher all the way. So I think if anything, it's going to be Fincher is going to win for directing, and King's Speech is going to win for Best Picture. Surprising to see Toy Story 3 get in there. surprising to see The Kids Are All Right, because those of you who've listened to what I've said about that film before, it's an incredibly well-made and well-performed film about people that I just don't give a shit about. The film, upon review, does absolutely nothing for me. It just, it opens up, the LGBT, the LGBT vote. Again, nothing wrong with that, but it's just like, come on, man. I mean, it was more interesting when you would do a film about gays or lesbians or transgender or bisexuals, whatever. But this, I mean, it's a suburban family caught up in their bullshit. At least with a film like American Beauty, that was something that they took and they really did something with that genre of film. So that's all I can really say about this. It's rich white people, it's affluent rich white people with problems, and wham, big deal. So we're going to skip to okay. Unfortunately, this list that I have in my hand here does not have the writing nominations, or the other one that I want to talk about briefly. Now, I saw the writing nominations, and I saw that, obviously, Best Adapted Screenplay is going to go to Aaron Sorkin. There's no doubt about it in my mind. Although the nominee that I thought that was really, really unusual was that Toy Story 3 was nominated for Best Adapted Screenplay. I'm not really sure how that's an adaptation of anything. Maybe because it's a sequel? I don't know. I honestly don't know. If someone can explain that to me, I would be very thankful. And Inception was nominated, at least for Best Original Screenplay. Apart from that, I don't remember any of the others. The only one that really, the only two that really mattered to me of those were, were those two films that I just mentioned, Inception and The Social Network. So that's, I don't think Inception is going to win. I don't think it has a chance in hell. But I'm sure that'll probably go to The Kids Are All Right. But the other one that really shocked the living hell out of me was the category of Best Visual Effects. Now, I don't remember who all got nominated, and frankly, it doesn't matter, because the film that did not get nominated, which I thought, again, this is a real head scratcher, is Tron Legacy. It's like, how does that not have, some of the most, just visually mind-blowing, it's I don't get it. I don't get it. But Inception was nominated, I believe. I believe that Inception was nominated. It was not nominated for editing, though. And that's another thing that's like, huh? And so, whatever, man. It's gonna be, it's gonna be The Social Network versus The King's Speech this year. I think the ones that are pretty much set are the ones that are set. Christian Bale, Natalie Portman. So those are. That's what I'm thinking is going to happen. That's how I feel about them. I'm not particularly angry, except about Nolan, and nothing for Scott Pilgrim. But that's it. So we're going to be Later this week, we're going to discuss new comics, and that's it for now. Bye-bye.